Right, my buddies, how's it going? Right, so as you can see, I've got a set of Planet Wave auto trim locking tuners on this guitar. Now what I'm going to do is I'll take you over to the table and I'll show you how I fitted these and how the amazing auto trim function works. It's a really neat idea and it has made string changing so much quicker. It literally took me 5 minutes to restring this guitar. I've got a set of these EXP coated Diodato strings that I'm going to put on this guitar, and this is a set of 9s, alright? And also we're using one of the Planet Wave headstock tuners, which is a really neat little device. You know, big thank you to Planet Waves for sending over the auto trim locking tuners. You know, I've wanted to see a video done about these for a long time because I was quite interested in how the auto function worked. And like I say, it's a really easy system to install on your guitar. You know, it simply needs a 10mm hole and you know, you're ready to go sort of thing. So like I say, we'll take you over to the table and I'll set the camera up and I'll show you how I install one of these, because once you know how to do one, you pretty much know how to do them all. And also I'll show you how to string up using the auto trim function, and actually I'll do a nice little close-up of the trimming process in motion, so you get to have a nice look at that. So there it is, you know, the awesome Planet Wave locking tuners. You know, they look really neat on the guitar. Right, so I brought you over to the table because what I've done is I've swapped out 5 of them already, and what I'll do is I'll show you how we do the last one, because once you can do one, you know how to do them all. So just undo the screw on the back of the neck, keep that one safe, flip them over. I've got a spanner, just crack the nut off and it slips out like that. Always remember to keep the washers and the bolts, because you'll need them. Right, so this is what we've got to put on. Now this is the Planet Waves auto trim locking tuners. Alright, and what these needs is you'll see on this it's got a shaft or a ferrule, but because these have got this big thick 10mm shaft, you don't need a ferrule to go on the headstock. So all it needs is a 10mm hole and these will go on easy. So what I do is take the nut and washer off, slip them up through, washer, bolt, okay, and just knit that down. Right, now fortunately for me it was a quick easy swap over, but if you had to re-drill the holes, what I suggest to do is put them all in and just nip the nut down with finger tight, and then get a ruler and just put it on the back of the machine heads and just make sure they all line up straight. You know, if you've got the nut nipped, you can just move it and get it all lined up, and then obviously you mark the holes and drill them to the correct depth. That's what I would do. So, you know, ruler on the back, make sure they're all straight, mark the holes, drill the little holes for the screws, and then put them on. Right, so got the screw, put the screw in, now what I like to do is get the screw in place, and then obviously you can tighten this up. I mean, they don't have to be over tight, just tight enough. So as you can see, this little silver lug, what I've done is I've lined it all up pointing down this way. So that's the first thing you need to do. And then turn them over, just loosen off the backs. They don't need to come right out. So if we get the strings out, and what you'll find with these strings is you have a spare E string. Take your spare E string, put that back in the packet. What I like to do is just line them up the way they would go on. Right, so you've pulled the string through the body and threaded it through the hole. And then what I like to do is just pull it. It doesn't need to be tight, and then just tighten up the back nut. That doesn't have to be super tight, as long as it's gripped the string. All right, and then all you do is simply tune, and off comes the end. Now that is just absolutely amazing. Remember to line these tips up facing down. Thread them through. Pull it tight, not too tight. Snip the screw up at the back and tune. There you go. I mean, you can see I've just done 2 strings in a matter of, minutes. So what I'll do is I'll string the rest of the guitar up, stretch the strings, and we'll see what these are like. Right, so we've just shown you how to install these tunes on the guitar, right? So now I've got them on the guitar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Planet Waves headstock tuner, just tune a guitar. Before I go on, these are 18:1 ratio, so they're very responsive. So like I said, I've got the EXP coated strings on here, and let's just have a listen to this guitar with the volume turned down. So as you can hear, they're quite a bright sounding string. Now, like I said, I've been using these EXP coated strings for a couple of months now, and the first thing I noticed with some other coated strings, they felt a bit sticky. That's the only way I can explain it. With another brand of coated strings I've used in the past have felt really sticky. And the first thing I noticed with the Diodario EXP coated strings is that it just felt like a normal set of strings. So that was a big plus to me to start off with. And obviously when I got them in tune, they didn't feel tight. They're a nice loose feeling string. And also the other thing I did notice is they lasted a really long time. I mean, I've used other strings, and within a few hours you can start seeing dull spots. But I tell you what, these lasted weeks and weeks and weeks. Amazing the amount of time these strings lasted. So you know, that's a really big thumbs up. So yeah, they even sent me over this beautiful looking mug. So like I say, big thank you to Dario and Planet Waves for supplying the strings and the tuners. I mean, I couldn't do it without you, so really big thank you to Planet Waves and Dario's. Right, so it's about that time of day again where I was off to make a cup of tea. Alright, thanks for watching, please subscribe, see you again next time.